Hi everybody, Jack O'Malley, and I am on the road again today. I'm headed to Lansing. We'll be in session tomorrow, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But I'm on the road. It's been a fun day, a busy day. It just started to rain, so that's fun. Well, it's been raining a little bit, but Anyway, so a few things to talk about that I find interesting. Today, the legislature won another round with the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court said that the governor's reading of that her executive orders had an extra 28 days was incorrect. So all her executive orders and her power with executive orders, because there are no more more declaration of emergency, are gone. Now, what everybody needs to realize is what that means, as I understand it, and I could be a little bit wrong here, is that we are now back to the way the state was set up. And I know there are a lot of questions about the DHHS rules. As I understand it, and I'll learn more as I get into Lansing tomorrow, but those rules do have some effect. But they are much narrower than a governor's emergency executive orders. So as we move forward, I think these are important things to think about. Is the governor has been, her interpretation of the 45 law has been constitutional. Her thought that she could extend things an extra 28 days has been struck down as well by the Supreme Court. So what that means is we are now back to co-equal branches of government. That doesn't mean the governor's powerless. That doesn't mean the Department of Health and Human Services is powerless. But what that means is I believe we're now back to co-equal branches of government managing the COVID situation as we move forward. And I think that's huge. And one of the things I was on today, I was on a conference call, or Zoom, I guess it was, through transportation. I know when ever anybody says, and some of our great legal minds out there say, oh, you can't do it. One of the executive orders we may be codifying tomorrow. Oh, there, I'm back. Okay. I got a little closer to the building, so we've got better wireless, I guess. So one of the things, and I don't know what you heard there, but one of the things that I think is important is we are going to pass through, and hopefully she'll sign, but we're going to try to codify into a law extension of folks who don't have driver's licenses, CDLs, and that sort of thing through the end of the year. Now, that's one of her executive orders that if you can't get into a Secretary of State's office, but you need your CDL or you need your driver's license, is that that I will throw out there as we're talking local? One of the things that saddens me is when we had Director Gordon in before the Oversight Committee, and he was kind of touting how the DHHS